Hiya, Lori here, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it is your first time here. If it is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you're notified anytime I put up a new video. But welcome to part 4, I believe, possibly, of our Amazon folios. So if you remember, this little guy came from one of these little guys. So this is how far we've gotten so far. So we've covered the complete outside and the inside. We've got our pocket of our little sort of packaging, cellophane style stuff. We've got a little flip out with our 3-tier pocket. We've got our little spinal area. We've got some pockets. So we've got 2 pockets here and 2 gusseted pockets here. So today I thought we would work on our little spine thing here. So I've used all the cards that I originally picked out. So I've just picked out one that's kind of pretty but plain on both sides, and that's what I'm going to use for my little spine. I don't know why I'm closing that because I'll need to kind of measure it. So I'm just going to measure how tall I'm going to want this. So from here to here is 22. So obviously I don't want it quite as tall as that. So I'm going to go 21. Is that maybe too tall? No, 21 is fine. So in case you're wondering what the hang I'm talking about, if you've seen the Tim Holtz folios, you'll know what I'm talking about. And obviously if you've been watching from part 1, which if you haven't, I'll link the other videos down below, and I would definitely recommend that you watch those first before watching this one. But in my first folio that I've made a sort of replica of the Tim Holtz spine, well, as well as I could anyway. The little Tim Holtz spinal area that you get in his folios. And I've just put a little Polly Pocket with some scraps in there. I'm going to be putting other things in there as well, but for now that's all that's in there. So I'm going to just basically show you how I made that. I'm going to make it for this folio. So I've got my card here. And my paper trimmer. And that was 21, I believe. Better just double check that because my memory is atrocious. Yes, 21 centimetres. This paper trimmer does come in centimetres and inches, and even has an inches ruler here. But it's easier for me to do the centimetres because they're closer to me. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to trim that down to 21. And then I'm going to trim them down to 10 centimetres. And I'm going to do 3. Hopefully I'll have enough. So 10 centimetres. 10 centimetres. And 10 centimetres. And I just had enough. Oh. I'm just going to grab my little paper rounder, and I'm just going to round all these edges. This is a brilliant paper rounder. I pointed it out in my last video. I got it from L.A.Treasures, and it's got the 3 sizes. So I'm using the larger 10mm size. Obviously you don't have to round the edges if you don't want to. But but because I'm going for the same idea as the Tim Holtz, the edges on that little spinal thing are rounded, so shall mine be. And obviously if you want, you can distress sink this. Mine are dark enough that I don't feel I need to, but if it was a lighter coloured card, I definitely would ink them. So as you can see, they're all the same size. I'm going to grab my paper clip thingies, my little bulldog clips. Just shove that away. But actually what I'm going to do first is measure and make sure that these all fit in, because wouldn't that just be my luck? Yep. So that's fine. So I'm going to take that hair off my arm, clip this there. I'm just judging this by eye. So as you can see, it's hold on, I'll tell you. Almost, well, it's about 1.75 centimetres apart. And I'm gonna do the same, roughly. Like I said, I'm just eyeballing this. The only thing I'm making certain is that it's straight. I want it to be completely in alignment. So it looks like that on both sides. And I'm just going to go and grab my sewing machine and I will be right back. So I've just grabbed my sewing machine. I make it sound so easy, as if. Hopefully you can see roughly what I'm doing. I'm really not sure the best way to set this up. If you have an idea on the best way to do that, let me know. I'm just going to be using brown thread as it's what was already in my machine. So here's what we have so far. And like I said, these are about 2 centimetres away from each other, and that's where I'm going to sew. So this end and this end are about 2 centimetres away. This end and this end are about 2 centimetres away. And this end and where I sew is going to be about 2 centimetres away. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm just going to do a straight stitch. I just kind of slipped a wee bit there. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could definitely stitch this by hand, or you could even just glue it. There's no law out there that says you need a sewing machine to do this. It's just how I want to do it, and it's also how the Tim Holtz one is put together. So I'm just going to do a straight stitch. I'm just going to do a couple back. Just try and keep this as straight straight as possible. Which is hard with it being so far away from me. So this is what you should have. So as you can see, hopefully you can see anyway, that's my sewing line there. So it's about 2 centimetres, well, or 1.75 centimetres away from the other line. So I'm just going to go and put all this away and I'll be right back. So this is what we have. It looks a bit different on the back and on the front, but basically what I'm going to do now is fold that right on the stitch. So I'm literally folding it right on the stitch. Okay, grab my bone folder. And give it a good old press down. And we now have our spine. So this bit will get glued to the back, and we now have these guys here as our little spinal area. So we'd normally put the Polly Pocket in first, but I can't find my little Polly Pockets. So I'm going to glue this down first. I'm going to glue it so it's pretty much just in and no more. Purely because that gives us more space for our pages. If I was to kind of go central, we're only going to get, especially like here, we're only going to get a page that's literally that size, which is going to be pretty much useless. So I'm going to just grab my glue. Again, you can use your double-sided sticky tape here. And I'm just going to put my glue all over this bit here. So I've added glue all along here, and I'm just going to I'm just going to leave that to dry. But what I'm going to do first is just measure how tall I need my envelope to be. So about 23 centimetres. And then I'm just going to pop this to the side and let that set. So I grabbed another piece of card from that paper pack. That was the, hold on, I'll tell you, the Vintage Textures design pad. And I got this from the Works. So if you live in the UK and you like the look of this, I got that from the Works. And as you can see, it was only £3. Bargain. So I need this to be 23 centimetres. So I don't know why I'm measuring it with my thingamabob. So I'm going to cut this to 24 centimetres because I'm making allowances for the fold. And just measure how wide that pocket is as well. 12 centimetres. So what about 24 again? I hope, because last time I was completely wrong and I ended up having to cut it down after I'd made it, so I'm really hoping that I don't need to do that again. So I'm going to fold it up to about here. My envelope punch board still hasn't come, and that's purely because I've done these videos over like the span of 2 days so far. So if you're giving out ideas and you're going, why the hell is she not putting my pocket into this folio, it's because I will probably finish the first folio before I even put up the first video. And any ideas you guys have will probably go into the second folio. So I've just done this. So I folded it over and then folded it over again to give it a little flap. And I'm just going to open it up, and then I'm going to bring it in about a centimetre. Obviously if you've got an envelope punch board, totally use that. Or if you want it to be a sort of generic shaped envelope, and you don't have an envelope punch board, let me know and I can totally show you how to do that. It's just harder to measure to fit inside the pocket that way. So this is what we have so far. So we've got folds and folds. So what I'm going to do is cut this little bit here off and into an angle. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same on the bottom. So I'm going to bring this in at an angle. Which is a lot easier to do when you're not a shaky ass bitch like me. And then I'm just going to cut along this line. And then do the same on the other side. Just making sure that everything is straight. I'm just going to put a little line right there and there. And I'm just going to trim in an angle just so that it's not as bulky. So it kind of camouflages a little bit better, like so. And then what I'm going to do is measure in. Actually, what I'm going to do first is make sure this fits in the pocket. Yay! Oh, I could have actually stayed to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to measure in about 2 centimetres. And then I'm going to find the centre. I'm going to measure down about 2 and I'm going to just kind of line this up. As straight as I can. I'm going to measure in about 3 centimeters. On either side. Obviously you don't have to do this. This is totally optional. Your envelope's pretty much made, you just need to stick it together. So it's a little bit too long on that side. And I'm just going to line up those so that we have this. And I'm just going to cut that out. And then I'm going to ink this up, and I'm actually going to round these corners first actually. I'm going to ink this with brown ink. So I've got my walnut stain. I'm just going to use that to ink around this entire envelope. I really want one of those distressers that Shell's husband makes. I don't know if you follow Shell on YouTube and Facebook. I can't remember her channel. But she does the series where she's doing, I think she started off with paper clips. And then, she's doing pockets just now. I think she did her final pocket yesterday actually. But her husband makes these beautiful looking distressers. And I want one. Apparently she does bring them into her store every now and again. But I haven't seen them yet. But she said she's bringing them in soon, so I'm really hoping that I can get my hands on one of those. I'll try and remember to link her channel below. I honestly can't remember the name of it, but her name's Shell, and she's got beautiful cats. My little boy, when he's sitting watching it with me, when the cats come on the screen, he keeps trying to clap them. And because our cat is called Sooty, he hasn't quite figured out that that's not what the animal's called. So whenever he sees a cat, he's like, a Sooty. And it is literally the cutest thing ever, because he's only 21 months old. So I just think it's just the cutest thing ever. A Sooty. So that's that all inked up, and I did end up rounding off these corners as well. So I'm just going to pop my glue on these little flaps, and again you could use your double-sided sticky here if you wanted to. I think I put it a little too high there. obviously the flap's not reaching beyond this little corner. So I'm not wanting to put glue higher than that. And there we go. So that's our envelope. All done and nice and pretty. Obviously we could decorate it. Like I think I'm going to get a little stamp or something on this eventually. But I don't know yet. So this goes in the front pocket, like so. And then my letter to my pen pal will sit inside that. I just think this is an awesome way to use this little see-through pocket because you can see the full envelope. And like if I was to decorate the back of it, I would stick it in that way so that you could see like the stamp and whatever else I put on it. And then this should be dry, and it is. So I'm going to just close that down. I'm going to look out my folios if I can, my Polly Pockets if I can find them, and then that's what we will do next time. And we will also work on this bad boy. Sorry that we didn't really get much done in this video. Got some glue on there, but I think because this one took quite a little bit of explaining, that I'm going to cut it off here. But I mean, we still got our little spine in and we got our envelope made, so we're getting there. And I think maybe one more video and we'll have finished this one, which is kind of gutting because I'm enjoying it. But hopefully you're enjoying it as well, and if you are, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit that little bell as well so that you're notified the next time I upload a video. And I'll hopefully see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.